with Deadpool and Wolverine releasing this weekend, all the major outlets and analysts have putting their numbers for the expectations of the opening weekend. And well, let's talk about where they land and how they are down compared to where they were 2 months ago. So this is it. This is the final rundown of box office predictions. And across the industry, the numbers are coming in at around 150 to 180 million. Now, that is a pretty substantial gap. Usually, we see it around a 10 million up or down gap from where most people expect it. And the most I've ever seen is like, hey, we kind of expect maybe a $20 million window. Sometime due to the pandemic, that has been adjusted, but this is kind of crazy considering that we've heard about ticket sales for this being pretty high, that the hype is high, reviews hitting and praising it. The fact that it's coming in like 150 on the low end is honestly a little weird to me. But again, who knows? Maybe the MCU is way past its prime, factors playing into this. I don't know. But on the other hand, if you're looking at 180 plus for a opening weekend, I mean, going upwards to like 190 in some predictions, yeah, it's still not 200 million like some analysts were saying 2 months ago with the long-range predictions. But again, long-range predictions are never accurate, almost never. So that's why I kind of never look at those really. I try to look at the last 2 weeks and then like the day or two before when everything is locked in. And if we're looking at 100 and let's say optimistically 180 million, they're going to hit the high end. I mean, it's looking pretty solid for this film for the second weekend, maybe doing 80 to 100 million. Third weekend, half of that. Fourth weekend, half of that. Like, this thing is looking like it's going to have legs. But again, it all depends on where it lands. I did see a couple of outliers here with predictions that went higher than this. And we did a members video where we actually gave our predictions. And if I'm remembering correctly, we were all way over the highest estimate. So it's going to be interesting to see just where this lands. I want to know where you guys think it's going to land. And are you seeing it this weekend? Or are you going to like wait for digital or something? Or are you going to wait for, I don't know, next weekend? Because pretty much everywhere I've looked and whoever's posting the CBC group, I mean, all their theaters seem to be booked up. Like, we're talking, there's barely any seats available unless you want the worst seat in the house. And that's looking good considering that there hasn't been that many films this year, if any, that have done that good. So, it's going to be interesting. I'm certainly hyped. Can't wait to see where this lands.